Drink, 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 donate.
E-beggar.
Drink,
Booze hound.
drink, 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 donate.
E-beggar.
Drink,
Booze hound.
drink, 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 donate.
E-beggar.
Drink.
Happy birthday, Booze hound. Hack. E-beggar.
I'm going to ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off.
Donate.
E-beggar.
Donate.
E-beggar.
Donate.
E-beggar.
Gravy train.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a
food channel that's running out of ideas.
In the meantime, let's watch some TikTok. On my TikTok.
white Canadian.
On my TikTok. I'm white. On my TikTok.
White Canadian.
On my TikTok. I'm white.
I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian.
White guy.
Hitler flap.
Thank you very much. White guy. Because I'm white.
So the Japanese are horrible people. If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face.
I'm going to ride this YouTube gravy train until the wheels fall off.
I think I've stalled.
If I had a gun and you were right in front of me, I'd put the gun to your face.
Bitch. I did the uncut raw videos.
Whether we win or lose, we drink booze. A British peanut.
I have zero knowledge.
I'm very uneducated.
Is this your full-time job? Yes.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza.
This is a business.
Topper's Pizza. That sucked like shit. That sucked huge. Fucking shit.
Do you enjoy doing food reviews as much, or are you bored? I'm bored.
I only promote things that I like. The Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, the Jackery, my Jackery, the 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 Jackery's working its butt off. Blue Eddie, this thing is absolutely amazing. Call me a sellout. Screw off. Tangy. Tangy. Tangy.
Tangy, 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 tangy.
Tangy.
I'm insane. Double. Hi, can I get a medium Pepsi, please?
Sorry?
Medium Pepsi.
There's a sign here saying turtles.
Oh,
Yep, yeah.
oh, this is my car.
We're gonna do it. Here we go. Ready?
Oh no. It's totally messy, but the idea is you keep it in the wrapper.
I know. I want people to see it.
Well, he wanted to eat this in the car. So I think we could have, no? I would have rocked my car. I'm not Muslim. I'm just a white Canadian Hitler flap.
See what I mean?
Hitler flap.
Thank you very much. Because I'm white.
The Chinese are horrible, so the Japanese are horrible people.
Fuck. Shit. Beautiful looking lunch.
You are good at describing food.
You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that. How else to fix this? You really got to stop that. You really need to stop that.
This is the dumpster that your mom and I found you in. Your real name was going to be called Waste Management.
Yeah, I made more fucking money than you ever did.
All you do is eat all day. That's why I know I'm shit. A couch potato. I can his face. Minor of the 5 day miss. Minor of the 5 day miss. Minor of the miss.
You know, they reached out to me. I actually got contacted by 2 sponsors, 2 different products.
Tell me about it.
Speed limit. I can barely speak English. Oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff. We had to replace our front stairs that are falling apart, and I had to cut the grass yesterday.
Do I even need to make a joke?
Either the Jays were up to bat or LA was up to bat, and as soon as about to strike somebody up, I'd stand up to shut off the TV, thinking the game would be over, but realizing it's tied and somebody has to get a point.
In baseball, you score runs, not points.
9 innings over.
Those are called extra innings, not over. It's not hockey overtime.
Yeah, nobody can win it, the series tomorrow, or tonight.
Our Ken is really following the series, and because he's such a huge sports fan, he knows on what day the big game is going to happen, which is today, or, I don't know, tonight. Did it already happen?
Now, if you're a child, don't fucking watch this.
This was Ken's laziest and most meandering ramble yet, and I'll be able to prove it to you. It's like a 17-minute talk while driving, or I should call it babble, and the thumbnail says losing revenue, which is the only reason why Ken is here. He was the Betamax hump for the school board, and that's his understanding of video production and what he got from his Mickey Mouse college decades ago. And what attracted him to YouTube was you can get a whole lot of money making these viral videos. So he made his cat videos, they didn't work, and then he got lucky with eating garbage in the car videos, which did work. And now he pretends to be Steve Wallace and will still eat some junk food. However, we all know he doesn't want to do these anymore and just wanted to have people watch him drive in the Sprinter with Carol as they spend money. So there he is, losing revenue, and the title is I'm Sorry, and it was published on October 29th. And Ken thinks that's Devil's Night. I mean, 59 years of age, just figure out the pop culture. In Canada, the United States, Devil's Night is the night before Halloween, and it's reserved for vandalism. And, so he's got the day wrong. And let's just get to it. The same shots over and over. Ken at least knows his audience, and he knows that most of them are idiots to consume this material. This shot isn't even real. If the stuff was just bouncing all over and he just ran it, that would be one thing. He places that pillow that says YouTube Toronto, which is from an office they closed years ago, and I guess he has to remind his stupid audience, I'm a professional YouTuber, and I'm a Toronto guy, when he's in the shack in the elf village. And what I forgot to mention earlier, he's always begging for money. He always says, I love you guys. That is what some by-the-book YouTubers do. They always say, I hope you're having a great day. I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day. I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day. I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day. I love you guys. If you say it enough times, some people will start to believe it and glue themselves to your channel. He's asking for ongoing financial support. It's not like, I had a hard time. People who are buying toys all the time, and expensive ones at that, are not having a hard time. And he already buys brand new cars in front of us. He's gonna go buy another one. So it's just, here's this fake shot again from Ken. If we were not making fun of this footage here, could you imagine how sad it would be to watch this content on Ken's channel and taking it seriously? The weather in Ontario, Canada is starting to get cold, and he's driving in his warm cabin to go do whatever he's going to do in town, and he just leaves the camera running. What you have there is an intersection, a gas station, a big truck. There's nothing to connect to. It's just a cold day and a guy hanging the camera out the side of his prop vehicle, whatever. I don't know which one he's driving right now. It's the Chrysler or the Volkswagen product. I don't know. I don't even fucking care. That's not what I'm making fun of here. This is just
sad and lonely footage shot without any passion or care, and it's just, here, watch it. Here, I'll run it again with no music added, so you really get to appreciate it, and then we'll go back one more time and get back to his garbage. Just look at him. He can barely keep his eyes open, and his delivery is and very soon he's going to talk about running the footage from the dashboard, which you guys love. He is speaking of them in a tone that says, "You're idiots. You love watching a camera run from a dashboard. Here you go. At least it's worth 5,000 views in a day and a half. It does make money. Here it is." And he's playing to the camera while he's driving on a highway, which is unsafe. And if he ever got caught, it'd be illegal. It's just that he's so far out in the sticks, I guess there's not enough police officers to see him. And then what are they going to do? Make a big production out of this clown talking and operating a camera while he's supposed to be paying attention to driving?
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we are headed south today.
Notice also that he can barely squeeze out a sentence. We're headed south today. And I forgot to mention earlier, it's covered up by the inserted footage. There's his steering wheel tray, which he carefully places all the time. And the only thing he's thinking of is, I might sell one of these this month. That's the only reason why he's there.
It is Hallows Eve.
The man can barely keep track of what he's speaking about while he's driving and playing to a camera. It's not Hallows Eve. That is Halloween on the 31st. And he published this on the 29th, and he thinks it's Devil's Night. I told you, this was his worst ramble ever.
Is it Hallows Eve, or what do they call it? There's a day before Halloween in the movie The Crow. And it's...
He published this video on October 29th, 2025. And given that it's a vlog and there's pretty much no effort, it was probably shot on the 29th. He might mention the 29th somewhere here. Yet as he's speaking, he's got Halloween and Devil's Night all mixed up, and he's desperately trying to search for what day it is by trying to remember a scene from a movie.
I've lost it off the top of my head. Anyway, so it's the day before Halloween. Devil's Night or something? I don't know.
Not only does he not care about the content that he's making, doesn't know what he's doing, he says out loud, I don't know. If that's the level of shit that you're making, like, get off YouTube. Or at least stop exploiting people who are mentally challenged in some way and feel some sort of connection and an obligation to give you their money because you pretend to be barely getting by and you need this job to pay the bills because you gotta put food on the table. It pays the bills. He's not a person who worries about bills. He is comfortably retired. And even if he wasn't doing well on YouTube, if you decide to raise your kids into their 20s in a shack in an elf village, there's no mortgage. I mean, other people raise their kids in a proper house. That's a fucking dump. He's comfortable. He doesn't need help from anyone. If anything, he should be giving away prizes every week.
But, yeah, headed down to my mom's because she needs help putting all the gardens to bed.
Focus on the road, Ken, alright? You shouldn't be coming up with this weak conversation just to produce content. If you're gonna go and clean up the gardens for your mother, just go fucking drive there and do it. You know, this is not an opportunity to make content because what you're making is fucking worthless.
So I'm having to once again do a driving vlog with the front-facing camera, which you guys love so much.
Could you imagine being a Ken fan and not only liking dashboard footage, but loving it, and loving it so much. And the way he's talking about it is in a dismissive tone, like, you're idiots. It's like, yeah, I just put the camera on the dashboard and I run it. And you love it so much. Here it is, you losers.
And it definitely has saved some time just putting it here as the picture-in-picture than trying to edit things that are happening, and then I'd probably save half the time editing if I just do the picture-in-picture.
Yeah, it looks stupid. If this was a sporting event and you were driving a race car and you got like you driving the car and there was footage, showing the other cars or something that was going on simultaneously, yeah, it would make sense. This is just stupid because there's nothing remarkable going on. You're putting in no effort. You just run the camera off the dashboard and you put them together. So you don't even have to find a moment when you should switch back and forth.
So I've been playing around with that for the last, 6 months, off and on. Either I don't use the front-facing camera, or I do, and then have to add that into the edit. Again, have to download it off my phone.
Not only is this a boring talk about putting together two boring elements, which is just babble while the camera runs, and run the camera on the dashboard while you drive, he is struggling to find the energy to complain about it.
And again, all this stuff takes time. Sometimes I just don't have the time, but I have the time for my mom.
He's letting you, his audience, if you were getting it from his channel, know that it's very difficult for him to find the time for you, that it's a chore, and that you should feel really special that he can find the time. Meanwhile, he's producing content such as this, which takes no effort to produce. And he lets you know, but I do have time for my mom, so you're a hero now. You're comfortable with money. You don't have to be doing this. You figure, as long as I'm driving there, I might as well run the camera and get 4,000 views out of this. It's like free money. You're not a hero.
I just got to turn that down because that is too freaking hot, dude.
He misuses the word beautiful, and he also misuses the word dude, which should be used when you're saying like, hey, wait a minute, or you use it in a cool way of some kind. Not like, oh, I gotta turn down the heater, it's just too hot, dude. His language got no further from his teen years in the 1980s. He's talking like a Ninja Turtle when it's not appropriate.
There we go. Put it down to 20.
There you go. Put it down to 20. So did everybody get that? He put it down to 20. That is the content he's speaking of when he says he's working his fingers to the bone and he's working like a dog, and that this is a production of some kind. The camera's running. What are you going to do? Put it down to 20. I have to say it out loud because then it's content, Because if I just sit here and don't speak, then it's like, footage of Ken driving to do an errand. Of course, when he talks, it's put it down to 20. How much patience do you think Ken would have if you shot footage like this? You're going to go do an errand and you're driving. Yeah? That's a little too warm. I'll put her down. I put her down to 20. Yeah, okay, now I got the footage. I'm going to go upload it. Now you can go watch it. Go watch it, Ken. Yeah, I put it down to 20. How much are you going to pay me to watch this? Is what Ken would say. And he produces this, and then he tells people at the end, you really helped to keep my little job going and to pay the bills. No mortgage on the shack in the Elf Village. It's impossible. They're going to go buy another new vehicle of some kind. And it's always, you helped to pay the bills. I put it down to 20. Yeah, I just put it right down there. It's a little too warm.
And we are doing 111 kilometers an hour, and people are all doing about the same. Nobody's passing me. I'm not catching up to anybody.
If Carol or Paul were sitting next to him right then as he was saying those things, they would say, I don't care. Why are you telling me? The reason why he babbles on camera is that, to him, it is content for an audience of idiots.
So that's the allotted speed limit, 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 speed limit.
Can barely speak English.
Speed limit for the day. So how about those Jays?
Ken is so much of not being a real sports fan. He just has to mention the Toronto Raptors, and he has to mention the Toronto Maple Leafs, and he has to mention the Toronto Blue Jays, that he's gone past parody, and that we know he's not really a sports fan. It's just connect with the fans of the teams, get more money. Pretend to be a sports fan. Get more money. That he's using it like you would use it in a TV show. That, somebody gets into an awkward conversation. They go, oh, how about the Dodgers? That's how he's using it. He's got nothing to talk about. So he turns to the camera, hey, how about those Jays?
What do you guys think? That was a great game last night. I did stay up for the game 3 for the, what was it, 18 innings?
Is everybody enjoying the footage of the ass end of the car in front of Ken? Yeah, everybody? Okay, great, thanks.
Till like 3 o'clock in the morning. Boy, bases loaded multiple times on both sides of the coin.
Our Ken does not talk like a real sports fan. Oh, that was really... Oh, that was a game where there was bases loaded multiple times on both sides of the coin. Who says that? Aside for Ken and me making fun of it. I said, let me tell you, that was on both sides of the coin it was. That game had both sides of the coin. Yeah, pass me another hot dog and some popcorn. That's both sides of the coin there. I don't know what the bases were loaded or something like that.
It was nuts. The Jays were up. Jays were up to bat. Or no, yeah.
Please, Ken, stop talking sports. You've gotten so many things wrong over the years while you keep pretending, oh, the Jays, the Raptors, the Leafs. I'm just a Canadian everyman, knucklehead, sports-loving fanatic for sports. If you would have wanted to, you could have turned your live streams into sports talk with Ken, and it would have been a blast. The people in your audience who are sports fans would like it. The reason why it wouldn't work is because you don't know anything about sports. And that's why you wouldn't want to chew the fat about sports on a stream. People would be like, fuck, this guy doesn't know anything about sports.
Either the Jays were up to bat or LA was up to bat. And as soon as about to strike somebody up, I'd stand up to shut off the TV thinking the game would be over. But realizing it's tied and somebody has to get a point.
In baseball, you score runs, not points. Go sports team! Go team, go! The Cardinals just scored a touchdown after second base, ball 5. Fuck off, Ken, you're not a sports fan. At the age of 59, if you were a sports fan, you would know everything. It's runs. You score runs in baseball. Somebody's gotta get the point. No, score a run. Just shut up. You fucking fake. The Jays, the Raptors, the Leafs. Go Leafs, eh? Go Leafs, go, eh? Go and start the conversation. You keep typing and I'll keep making the money. I thought they played good. They fouled over here. Someone's gotta get the point. And then he hit, and then he ran from third base to home and he scored a point. Just like that. And he almost got hit with the pigskin or some other ball. Or was it a puck?
So, yeah, I can't remember what the last run was, what inning it was, but it went, what, 9 innings over, 9 innings over, 9 innings over, 9 innings over, 9 innings over.
Those are called extra innings, not over. It's not hockey overtime. If you were a baseball fan, a hockey fan, a basketball fan, you would know these things. Oh yeah, they went into extra innings. That's what they are. Oh, there was 9 innings over? Fuck off. You're such a fucking liar, fraud. Oh, go sports team. Oh, I'm totally into the Jays and the Raptors and the Leafs. Oh, me too. I like the Raptors. Oh, Ken, you're a great sports fan. I'm gonna watch your channel. Yeah, all I have to do is pretend and all these dummies think I'm a big fan and I get more money. Oh, I like popular sports teams. And they went into innings over. It's called extra innings. Stop talking about sports. Get off YouTube. Get lost, or at least stop begging for money all the time to pay your bills.
9 innings over? What for? Sorry, not over, but 7 or 9 innings from the last time somebody got a run in, and it was a crazy, crazy game. And then last night, at least it ended at the end of 9. That was a good thing.
At least it ended at the end of 9. He's terrible at this sort of talk. That was a good thing. Really should just stop trying to talk about sports. He's so disconnected from it. It's all fake. By the way, is everybody enjoying the footage of the ass end of the cars in front of Ken? You are? Really? Great.
And every time they go up to bat, you're holding your breath, and every time we go up to bat, we're holding our breath. But lots of really good plays. I don't think there are any crazy errors or anything that could change the game. Like the game before, I think there was an error where he was going to do a double play, but he put his glove down. The ball skipped under his glove, which gave us the... but I can't remember if we scored off that eventually.
Ken, the only reason why you carry on with this sports material is because, as we know, the intent is to connect with the sports fans and therefore connect with your channel and get you more money. Because, as you said, this is a business. That's all it is. This is a business. So, sports team, let's go, hey-ho. Let's play ball with a puck. And just tell the truth. Just say you don't remember and it's all turning into a blur.
I think it may. I think somebody went up to bat and then got a double, and we got 2 runs in. I don't remember. It's all blurring together. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are watching the World Series.
Yes, please let Ken know in the comments below if you're watching the World Series, as if he gives a fuck. Ken, I'm watching the World Series. Yeah, that's great. Ken, I'm watching the World Series. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Just keep chattering amongst yourselves and push the channel and make a little bit more money. Let me know. I really want to know if you're watching the World Series.
But yeah, game, I guess 5 tonight, so it's tied 2-2. And yeah, they have, so yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I believe, and then...
Is everybody digging the footage of the ass end of the other cars? I think it's a truck up there too. We could say 2 cars, a truck. Everybody digging it? Yeah? You're digging it. Okay, great.
Yeah, nobody can win it, the series tomorrow, or tonight.
Our Ken is really following the series, and because he's such a huge sports fan, he knows on what day the big game is going to happen, which is today, or, I don't know, tonight? Did it already happen? Is it happening now? I don't know, it's just a blur to me, I can't remember.
Right, nobody can win the series tonight. They could win the series on Friday. If either of them get, let's say the Jays win tonight, and then the Jays win tomorrow, then it's over. But again, if they win one, and then we win one, then it goes to Game 7, or I guess 6 and 7 are going to be played in Toronto. Is that 4 or 5? No.
If you are looking for a YouTuber who's bringing the type of content with which he just sits there and babbles and uses the inside voice out loud and tries to remember dates with a meandering mumble, and Ken Domik really brings it.
Yeah, right. So tonight is the last game they play at Dodger Stadium, and then they come back to Toronto. I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, so you guys know what I'm doing. I'd like to do an official apology to Jeff.
That is right, Ken. Play to the camera. Because if you have to apologize to some nincompoop who actually bought your swag, then while you're on the highway with one hand filled with a fucking heavy coffee tumbler and barely the left hand on the wheel, that's the time to do it. Start talking to the camera. You stupid fuck. Get off the road.
He's from California. And that's all I can say. I don't want to say his last name. Don't want to say what town or city he's from.
We know. There's no reason to say that stuff out loud. Oh, wait. That's how you create content. The guy, I don't want to say his full name or his address or,
He's more than welcome to say that in the comments if he wants, but I'm not saying it. But there were two Jeffs, Jeff, that ordered stickers and magnets, and we filled out some orders. And then what I do, when you guys do an order, I get an email, and then I forward the email to Carol.
Just look at him. You can see the lies on his face. He cannot even summon up enough energy to give a convincing, half-assed performance. When you put in an order, I get an email, then I forward it to Carol. Remember what he said when he was forcing a live stream while doing the dishes and his fans were asking him to bring back Cook and Review? He said, this is a business. And the rest of what he said was, and it costs money. And if it doesn't make money, well, I'm going to do it. Here's the quote.
This is a business.
That was the real Ken. He's angry, he's live, his fans are asking for Cook and Review, and that's all that survives of that live stream. The little speech he gave after, we remember it. That's the real Ken. Hey, look, this is a business. It's a fucking business, alright? I came here looking for my viral videos and lots of easy money. Didn't work. I followed a trend. I don't know anything about food. I got no interest in it. It sort of petered out. It still kind of works. I tried to force Ken and Carol van life, driving and spending money. It didn't work. So I pretend to be Steve Wallace. I'm not a creative person. I follow trends. This is a business. You got it? This is a business. I don't come here with a sense of joy or to be creative. It's a fucking business. And when he says, I forwarded it to Carol, that fits in with his little story of those two struggling to get by and pay bills. He doesn't forward that shit to Carol. We know her personality. You think he's actually gonna do that? Well, I got another email, Carol. Time for you to handle this shit. No, she's retired. She's done with that. And plus, she's got the proceeds from the sale of her father's house. And that's how they started spending after that place was sold and Carol retired. That's why they go on a vacation for millionaires. That's why Ken is always buying new toys. And yet at the same time, he pretends that he has to struggle to pay the bills. And that's part of it. Oh, Carol and I struggle with our home business, try to pay the bills. Let's get back to this garbage.
And she does all the stickers and magnets. That's part of her KBD Productions TV chores.
Ken is smart enough to come up with this story for his own audience members, many of whom are stupid enough to believe it. Yet over here, it doesn't make much sense. We know Carol's personality from the live stream. When she shut Ken up on live internet television and said it's none of their business. That's the true feeling that the Domiks have for their audience. It's none of their business. And Ken feels that this is all just business. So if he can get people to believe that she's got some chores to do, well, we're just trying to struggle on by here, that is not something that she's going to do. It's not in her personality. They are comfortably retired with Carol's money, and they don't need to do this, so there's no struggle. He's just trying to foster the idea that they're barely getting by, and Carol's got to pitch in and do her chores. Oh, the Domiks, Ken and Carol, just barely getting by. There's chores to do, just like at a farm, because they're barely getting by. Somehow with hard work, they'll make another bill payment. Somehow they'll make ends meet. Ken and Carol struggling, barely getting by. Isn't it neat? Okay, I kind of ended kind of weak there. Anyway, let's keep going.
And so I sent her, I sent her Jeff and a bunch of other people for birthdays and stickers and magnets. And we write everything down in a special book, letting us know who's bought, when they bought.
Isn't it great that while Ken is passing another vehicle on the highway, he's got his right hand filled with a big jelly smack tumbler, and he's playing to a video camera while he does it. He should be off the road.
What they bought, and often we give you guys a bonus sticker or magnet. Whoever buys anything, if somebody buys one sticker or one magnet, we always give you something, a little bonus.
Ken is in the black with YouTube. He still gets some views every now and then by pretending to be Steve Wallace and getting the latest sandwich from a big chain. He should be giving away the stickers and magnets as a thank you for all the years he enjoyed so much money. No, he tries to sell them, just like he tries to sell 1 or 2 steering wheel trays every month, and for that he says, "Oh, let's get out this trusty cereals and start eating, shall we?" And he carefully places that piece of junk there in the other seat. He is pathetic.
As a bonus gift. And so what happened, Jeff, was because there were 2 Jeffs.
Is everybody enjoying the footage of the ass end of the other vehicles? You are? Oh, that's great. Because, he works so hard. He works his fingers to the bone. I mean, it was, so much to, shoot this footage and then run it with sped up music and speed up the footage itself. And now he just runs the fucking footage in the middle of his meandering babble. So, he's sort of kicking back a little bit and making it even easier for himself, yet it's still a lot of work to do.
Yours looked similar to the other one. So when you email me saying, "Oh, I haven't received my order yet, I ordered blah, blah, blah."
He is going to say blah, blah, blah again, and that's part of his personality, which is glossing over fine details, which is the real reason why the order got screwed up.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure we sent it. And then also the postal strike kind of confused me as well. I just figured that it got lost in the posted, not lost, but because they were on strike, they weren't delivering mail, they weren't picking up mail, and blah, blah, blah. And so between the fact there were 2 Jeffs that ordered similar things, I think one was in Canada, one was in the US, but again, I didn't see that part of it. So 100% I'm going to take full responsibility.
More virtue signaling. Bad customer service now becomes an opportunity for Ken to pretend to be a hero when he should have just given the stuff away to these people. Sorry I screwed up. Here, take it for free.
Jeff, for screwing that up. So again, I thought when I said, did you send Jeff's thing? She's like, yep. And so when Carol said she sent Jeff's thing, and then Jeff saying, I haven't received.
Make no mistake, he knows what he's doing here. He's telling a fake story to give a sense that something interesting is happening here when there is not.
It. I didn't consider looking through my emails to see if there are multiple Jeffs. So, problem solved. Sent a little extra something in your order. I'm mailing it out as soon as I get to my mom's place. There's a post office box.
No, Ken, there is not a post office box for you to deposit mail to be delivered. This here is referred to as a mailbox. The post office box is something that you rent, and you receive mail from it at the post office. Hence the term post office box. That's when people say P.O. box something or other, you're sending to the post office box. This is a mailbox. This is where you deposit the mail to be collected and delivered to another location. You idiot.
So you'll, when they, I think it will be the Halton Hills or the Georgetown post office box, when they put it through their stamping machine that I guess cancels the stamp or whatever it does, it should say Georgetown on it. So look forward to that. You'll be getting mail from Georgetown.
Ken shares a fake laugh to bring some sort of authenticity to what he's about to bring just now, which is, you know, we had to replace our stairs, they're falling apart. He only thinks about himself, and he's talking to people who have far, 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 far less money than he has. And it's like, there's another expense, you know. We gotta pay the bills. You know, I'm just barely getting by, and I have expenses. Never mind any of you. Plus, I go on vacations for millionaires, and I always buy toys. However, I need some help here.
Oh my gosh, there's just so much stuff. We had to replace our front stairs that are falling apart, and I had to cut the grass yesterday.
Do I even need to make a joke? I'm gonna let you guys put the joke into the comments if you want to.
Had to get work done. I had a possible sponsor, and then I had to cancel them because I'm too stressed right now to deal with a sponsor.
The truth is, Ken doesn't have the energy to deal with a sponsor. He might have turned one away that was small, and so now he's playing reverse psychology and in public pretending that he's in high demand, meaning if you want him, you have to pay a whole lot more if you want a piece of Ken Domik on his channel.
Sponsors always have, you know, we want you to do this at this time, we want it to be this long, we want you to do it. They have a lot of, not demands, but requests. They really want you to be organic as possible. So when I do stuff for, you know, Blue Eddy or Jackery,
both of whom are very stupid in regards to their decision of what minor influencer to do business with. They haven't done enough research to know that he's playing two different batteries at the same time. They cancel each other out. You can't have a great review for two different versions of the same product. It's so stupid. Why bother? Where's the advantage? Also, they haven't bothered to check out his terrible live stream numbers and figure out for themselves that the overwhelming majority of his subscribers have left him years ago. And the Ken audience is not made up of rich campers who want or need to have a Jackery or a Blue Eddy. They're not in the market for this. It's a total waste of money to involve yourself with Ken trying to push these expensive batteries to his audience. It's a total waste.
DJI and EcoFlow, when I've done stuff for them, you know, they reached out to me And at the time, I knew I could.
Why would DJI reach out to Ken Domik, a guy with a has-been food channel who never takes interesting shots with the drone, while they have so many other professionals to select from? His shots are always the same. You know that shot where it circles him and you get the fast food place? That's done by the software in the drone. And when it's coming back to him, it's using its homing function to come back to him where he is standing. And that's all you get from Ken. Has he ever once in all these years, like, flown it on top of a Burger King or a Wendy's, you know, like 3 or 4 feet above? It's like, no, that was kind of cool, I have to admit. No, it's always the same shot. It's like, technically speaking, it's a drone shot. Yeah, they're all the same. So why would they ignore tons of professionals around the world doing cool things and even flying stunts with drones, and they reach out to Ken Domik, like, you know, you eat sandwiches in a car, and now you're pretending to be Steve Wallace? We really need to connect with you, Ken, and share our products with you. Now, he approaches them and says, I have more than 600,000 subscribers, and they go, all right, well, let's hedge our bets, we'll throw something for him. All they had to do was watch a live stream with Ken. 600,000 subscribers, a scheduled live stream, and he gets like 180 people. Most of his audience has left him years ago.
Find the time to incorporate that into the videos that I'm already doing. And so they all worked out great, and they were amazing to have at that time. Right now, I don't have the time.
What do you mean you don't have the time? What are you doing right now? You are forcing artificial conversation just to fill a vlog with babble, because you know, as long as you produce something, someone's going to watch it in your audience. So you figure, you know, this is a business, and I can make some money with it. Like, he might get 4,000 or 5,000 views on his vlog channel with something like this. So if he's got to go run an errand, you might as well just run the camera on top of the dashboard, and now he's not even selecting when to cut back and forth. Just, here it is, while I babble. You don't need the money, yet the money's available if you do something this lackluster. Yet to say you don't have the time is ridiculous. Ken's a hack. He's not creative. He follows formulas, yet he's not as stupid as you think. This whole thing where he says in the thumbnail, I'm losing revenue, is to make his audience, who have taken him under their wing, feel sorry for him. And they feel that Ken is struggling. He needs ongoing financial support.
And as I think we've been negotiating back and forth for a couple weeks. And then as we're getting closer to their deadline, when they really want me to add the video to my channel, they still haven't sent me the product. So now I'm getting shorter and shorter times to receive the product, to go and shoot the video, to edit the video, to send them the video, to get their approval. And if they don't approve, then I have to change stuff, possibly reshoot certain things.
Do you remember back when Ken did a bunch of shitty white label Chinese e-bikes? He says he only endorses stuff that he really likes. He didn't add those e-bikes to his lifestyle. There should be one in the back of the van at all times, because that's a backup. If the van fails, well, you got an e-bike. Just keep her charged, and at least I can buzz to a gas station, or at least to a farm, or something. No, it's not there. There's a whole bunch of other bric-a-brac, including that silly pillow he's always carefully positioning. He always makes a spot for the steering wheel tray. He doesn't have the e-bikes. The same thing with the Jackery. He's not loyal. You don't do deals with Jackery, then you turn around and say, you want to talk about batteries? I'll tell you about a good battery. Blue Eddy. Stupid people just see 600,000 plus subscribers and they think, we'll throw this clown a bone.
That's never really happened. I think it happened once. I think it happened with A&W. So I coupon stacked. I was trying to show off their coupons, which was what they wanted me to do. but you're only allowed to use one coupon at a time, and I used multiple coupons in the same order, and you're not allowed to do that. So they asked me to reshoot it. I think I had to reshoot it, or I think I did reshoot it, but I really liked the video, so I think I asked them if I could still put it up. I put like a title in there, something like that. I can't remember, but I actually got contacted by 2 sponsors, 2 different products.
Tell me about it.
I like both products. I really wanted to do both of them. So I'm basically passing up on revenue and opportunity because I don't have time.
Yes, he doesn't have time. Remember when he used to stream from the cottage? And all he offers is a middle-aged man drinking beer and mumbling. It doesn't mean he's not still there, because he'll still make a vlog from the cottage, and it's just him sitting by the dock. I'm having a coffee. This coffee is in a mug that is beautiful. It's not as beautiful as the other mug. It's got a crack. I think I'm gonna fix it. I don't know how. I could use glue. Or, I don't know, some pottery cement. I don't know what. It's just, it's a more beautiful mug, but this mug I'm using is still pretty darn beautiful. Just my beautiful mug. And with this coffee and the deck, it's a lovely day, and there's nobody up here except for me, Carol, a couple of very quiet neighbors. That's what it's like to have use of a cottage, you know. There's no noise, there's no screaming cars and all that stuff. Just sitting out here having a coffee, and then I'm gonna have a big steak, and then I got my evening set up. 12 beers. You gotta finish them, you know. You don't want to leave any behind. I'll just be having 12 beers. I'll have a nice long sleep in the bed. And then we got one more day, and I'm going to do it again. Only I'll have a little bit less beers, so when I get up for Monday, I'll be good to drive back to the shack in the old village. And, and he has no time, he says.
I really need, especially coming into like these months where possible storms and things are coming up, I don't have time to incorporate a sponsored video into a storm video.
You see, again, all winter videos are storm videos. See, that's him thinking out loud while driving the car, and he lets that one fall. Oh, the storm videos, that's different from the storm video that I make. You know, he sells it all the time. Uh-oh, the snow's really coming down. I don't know, people. It's really coming down. Oh, let's see. It's a snowfall. It's a flurry. That doesn't count as a storm. It's a storm when you get corroborating news reports. There's this town that's been shut down, snowed in. They're considering calling in the Canadian military. Such that it is. I think we have 2 trucks and a rowboat, if needed, to save the people from the snow crisis.
Especially 2 sponsors. So I had to cancel one sponsor. I'm waiting for the second sponsor to contact me with some other information, and if that happens, then I will possibly go with them or cancel them. I hate canceling sponsors. You have to be as super polite as possible because you want to work with them in the future.
Popeyes, look at that. Shit! 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 Shut the fuck up! Popeyes, please don't tell me you gave me a really old biscuit. You just wrecked my lunch. Thank you, Popeyes.
Polite as possible because you want to work with them in the future, because they have a lot of things that you that they want you to promote, and they keep coming out with new stuff. So I always make sure they understand that, you know, unfortunately I'm just so busy right now.
So so busy right now. And what is he doing? Not paying attention to driving, playing to the camera, shooting worthless footage of the road, and babbling.
I don't have time, and I possibly can make more money. Excuse me. I can possibly make more money shooting videos that I know are going to be super successful.
So you know how to make videos that are going to be super successful. Then how about you go to McDonald's and get another sandwich and get 250,000 views in 5 days like you used to?
Than shooting a sponsored video that a lot of people for some reason don't like. There are people that hate it when I do a sponsored video, and that's unfortunate because, you know, it helps pay the bills. 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 It helps pay the bills.
Please notice the helpless look on Ken's face, the lack of energy in his voice, the way he's desperately stating matter of fact that he needs money. All of this is calculated. It helps pay the bills. You know, it's unfortunate that you don't like it when I do a sponsorship video. It's too bad because it helps pay the bills. It helps pay the bills. He is comfortably retired. Rich people can waste $40,000 just to get a used Sprinter off the lot for an amusement. And then they can spend thousands more playing with it. That's what rich people do. Vacations for millionaires are what rich people do. Always buying new toys are what rich people do. And even though they've got the Sprinter, the Volkswagen Ass, which is pretty new, and the prop vehicle, they're going to buy another brand new vehicle. This is Ken at his most insidious and calculating. It helps pay the bills. You know, I don't know why you have to judge me for doing sponsors. It helps pay those bills. Everybody's got bills. And what other YouTuber do you know who's always talking about, I gotta pay the bill? He knows that it works with his stupid audience. That's why he does it. It helps pay those bills. You know, there's no mortgage on the shack in the Elk Village. They've had that dump for like 30 years. Their kids are in their 20s. It's impossible to have a mortgage on that shit pile. Carol's got like at least $2 million in the bank. She's got no vices. She's carefully spending the money. She's retired. And yet, helps pay the bills. I got bills to pay. I gotta put food on the table. I'm the only breadwinner. We're just barely getting by here. I don't want you to think poorly of me because I do a sponsorship every now and then. It helps pay those bills. That's what he keeps repeating to get his stupid audience to keep feeling that they have to keep supporting him with money.
It helps pay the bills. It helps pay the bills. And most of the things I take on, I do, just to give you guys a heads up, I either deny multiple sponsors a week or I just don't respond to their emails because I get so many emails from people wanting me to promote whatever it is. And some things don't jive with my channel, don't jive with my audience.
Ken is pretending to be in high demand, so if there's anybody watching this who makes decisions on sponsorships and they're not doing their research, they might think to themselves, this guy is hot. Why would anyone waste products and money dealing with Ken when his channel is in the toilet? There's so many people out there that get like 1 million views per consistently. And why do they want to fuck around with him? Oh, storm, snowed in, it's a light snowfall, freezing, emergency, 60,000 views at the most. Oh, let's start spending our money here. It doesn't jive with your audience. The e-bikes are for retirees. You know, they want to feel like they're actually riding a bike when they're not. And all those bikes that he showed are not cool bikes. They're very dull, boring bikes. That's not his audience. The batteries, the Jackery, and the Bluetti are not his audience at all. He's not a serious camper either. What's he talking about? It doesn't jive with his audience. Here's an e-bike. Here's a giant battery and all the attendant gadgets that go with it.
And so I'm very, very picky when it comes to sponsorships. I only do things that I think that you guys would want to know about.
When Ken would get drunk on stream and tell off his audience, that's the real Ken. When he did the Japan live stream and he was angry and he told off his audience, that's the real Ken. What he's doing here is a character. I only would do sponsorships of things that you guys would want to know about. If they pay him enough, he's going to do it. End of story. This is a business. This is Ken's audience. Do you think that they're in the market for a $1,200 e-bike and that they're going to incorporate it into their lifestyles? No. You think that they're in the market for a giant rechargeable battery and they're going to incorporate that into their lifestyles too? No. How about all the accessories? Do you see any of these people buying a giant rechargeable battery with a whole bunch of accessories? No. You want to know what these people have in their lifestyle? They got like a ton of Harry Potter memorabilia lying around the house, and Star Wars and Star Trek and all kinds of cartoon shows and related stuff. It's okay to enjoy some of that, yet these people are obsessed. And they're not just obsessed with one, which would also be okay. I mean, if there's just one movie you really dig, it's okay to go crazy about one. They go crazy about all of that stuff. And people that have that stuff to sell don't go to a food channel or a guy pretending to be Steve Wallace to sell it. Look, I'm pretending to be Steve Wallace. Well, here's this battery. They're not going to buy a Jackery or a Bluetti. Ken is just putting on a character here. Only if you guys would want to have it. These people are not buying Jackeries or Bluettis.
And things, obviously, that I think would work well with my channel. Again, like EcoFlow, Jackery, DJI, and
if your drone shots were worth a damn, then it would make sense. They're just hedging their bets. 600,000 subscribers. Wow, he sounds like a player. Tune in for a Ken Domik live stream. There's no way to fake that. How many people are attending for a scheduled stream? 180. Well, excuse me? I thought you were a heavyweight influencer. 600,000 subscribers. You're on stream. You got 180 people here, Mr. Domik. Yeah, I'm very powerful influencer. And yeah, okay, thanks very much. We had no idea. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Bluetti. So, like, they all came in very handy for my channel, for our channel, and whether you guys have ordered stuff from them or not, whatever.
No, that is not the point. The point is to make sales. Ken asserts that it doesn't matter if his audience buys the products or not, because the money he got, plus the products themselves, have served him by providing heat in the middle of his fake freezing stealth camps. Oh, Jackery kept me warm, and so did Bluetti. What nonsense, what false drama. This is not factual material that he's producing, it's entertainment. Ken said it himself, this is a business. And if he expects more people will pay attention to his videos, if he pretends to be freezing, he'll do it. It's not illegal to do it, it's just entertainment. How many people in Ken's comments say, you know what, I bought the Jackery and all the expensive accessories. I love it. Hey Ken, you know that Bluetti? I bought one. Best purchase I made all year. They don't say that because they're not buying it. It's not part of his audience makeup. Ken is just getting really lucky with this sort of thing. They're not paying attention to him. And we've been drawing attention to the fact his live streams are trash. More than 600,000 subscribers. He does a stream, there's 180 there. And then they stay there. And what's he going to do with them? That's why he deletes them. He doesn't want people to know that there's nobody there showing up. So you're supposed to make sales. So he's just very fortunate that people waste their time, work, and money, because there's so many channels out there that are so much bigger. And if you want to direct an expensive battery to the right audience, that's what you should be doing. It's look, I'm gonna eat a Big Mac. I'm gonna return to the Big Mac. The Big Mac is still a Big Mac. That doesn't translate to an audience that's gonna buy a big fat rechargeable battery. Hey, the fries, they're crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside. Those people are not going to be buying those batteries. He's just really fortunate to be getting anyone wasting their time, work, and money on him. There's so many other channels out there, so much bigger.
So they paid us to promote it, to advertise it. We did that. We got free, awesome product, and it's helped us big time. Through that ice storm last year, I had every single one of them plugged in leading up to that ice storm, and we had 5, 6 power systems powering heaters and the fridge. Which reminds me, I gotta find an electrician to disconnect the furnace. We're on gas, so the only thing that the furnace needs electricity is for the fan. And if you can disconnect, because I think it's hardwired in, if you can disconnect that and have a plug into a wall, and then when the power goes out, you can unplug your furnace, plug it into a power system, and your furnace is back running, and you don't have to plug in heaters. And again, I've told you guys many times, to heat a space with electricity is very expensive. To use...
Look how he's struggling to keep the babble going, because he knows that to produce this material, which is like no edits, just turn on the camera and babble, there are moments where he's not sharing a story with you. There's nothing to share. It's just babble, 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 babble while the camera's on. And he's struggling there.
One of the power systems to run a fan on a furnace it doesn't use up as much power, so don't use these like Jackeries and stuff to plug in heaters, because it kills the battery. It drains the battery, not kills the battery. It drains, but that's just a different term. It drains the battery really fast, because they use like 1500 watts. And if you have a 1500 watt power, so look at this guy.
Somebody's about to pass Ken on the right, which isn't really significant. It's illegal, yet many people get away with it. Ken is far more dangerous playing to a camera and having one of his hands filled with a big tumbler. Anyway, he talks like an angry grandpa when the guy does it, and so at least now he's speaking in Senior Living Channel voice. For real. We'll run that twice and we'll get back to normal.
I'm so fast. There we go. I'm so fast. There we go. I even have a grocery store handle on the back. A grocery store cart handle on the back of my car, so you can push it around the parking lot. Anyway, guys, I just want to touch base with you guys, let you know how crazy busy I am. Trying to get these videos done for you.
When you make videos that have no effort put into them, and especially if you're going to bitch about money problems at the same time, you're not making these videos for anyone. You're making them for yourself.
And I'm wishing you guys all the best. Thanks for all the comments in my last video. I hearted every single one of them, responded to every single one of them, because you guys deserve that recognition. If you guys spend time, especially on my vlog channel, I find a very close personal relationship with each and every one of you guys on my vlog channel.
Not just a very close personal relationship with each and every one of you guys. That isn't true, because he wouldn't always be exploiting his audience for money. Who does that? And we find out what his true colors are when he gets drunk on stream, which he doesn't do anymore, and the Japan live stream. Somewhere in there, he said, when people were suggesting he do things, he said, yeah, work my fingers to the bone for you.
So you guys all deserve a heart, a like, and a reply from me.
Your audience wants the live streams back, and your weak excuse is, I don't have the time. I'm just overworked. Here's me and Carol at the cottage. I don't know what. It's a great day. The deck is all nice and cleaned up. I'm having a cold beverage here. Just about to cook up some steaks. I'm so busy!
The big channel is just too big. I don't have the time to go through all those comments. I do usually go through them all. I just don't have time to reply to every single one of them, heart every single one of them. But my vlog channel's super special, and I love that you guys are here. So
Ken shows the love by running his camera aimed at the road when he's running errands, and then he says, watch it, you idiots.
thanks again, and to anybody who lives in Jamaica that watches my videos, my heart goes out to you guys. I wish you all the best in recovery. Hopefully within the next year or two, Carol and I will be able to go back down there and spend lots of money and help revitalize your country.
Virtue signaling again. It's a big event. They had a natural disaster. How does that involve Ken Domik? Well, he's going to use it somehow to put himself in the spotlight. How many people are watching him in Jamaica? How many Jamaican people does he know? And in regards to, hopefully Carol and I will come back and spend lots of money. I thought you two were barely getting by.
So wish you all the best, and Cuba and the Bahamas. So I wish you all safe. Wish you all the best, and love you guys, and
Ken Domik, you are a hero. And you're barely getting by. You've got problems paying the bills. Let's go get our money and send it to him immediately. If he was having real talk, he would say, you know, all the years I've been doing this and the success that I've had for basically playing with food and getting paid for it, it puts some perspective on things. And there are people out there suffering real poverty, and it's terrible. I just want to say, don't send me money anymore. I'm doing very well. In case you hadn't noticed, I buy lots of toys. I go on expensive vacations. You know, keep your money for yourself, or find others who are very needy who deserve it. Don't send it to me. I've done very well. And actually, I'm going to start giving away all these magnets and stickers as a way to say thanks.
stay safe.
Ken tells you to stay safe. When he's driving on the highway, his right hand is filled with a big coffee tumbler, and he's playing to the camera at the same time.
Bye.
Is that it? That's it.
British peanut. Double.
That sucked like shit. That sucked huge fucking shit.
White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people. White Canadian. The Japanese are horrible people.
Tangy.